Hey guys, welcome back to Vacation Vibes. The world's coldest continent is also one of the most mysterious places on the planet. It's as mysterious as it is unique, and unlike most destinations, you can't just jump off a commercial flight unless you're an elite scientist or a king penguin. Even if you had a good chance of surviving frostbite-inducing temperatures of negative 130 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 90 degrees Celsius, but why is it limited and where did these rules come from? Before we get further, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell to get notified about our latest videos. Okay, now back to the video. Before the mid-19th century, we knew almost nothing about Antarctica. Admiral Richard Byrd Jr., an American Navy explorer, then changed everything. Many believe that Byrd discovered an underground civilization called Argotha. A group of countries came together in 1957 and 1958 to form the Antarctic Treaty. The Antarctic Treaty entered into the force on June 23, 1961, following ratification by the 12 countries involved in Antarctic science at the time. The treaty applies to the area south of 60 degrees south latitude. Its goals are straightforward. They are unique in international relations. It represents the ideal of intellectual exchange. Military activity, as well as mineral prospecting, is prohibited in Antarctica. 50 countries, including Russia, China, and the United States, have now ratified the treaty and its accompanying agreements. Well, we can take a cruise trip to Antarctica, but can we also set foot on the land? In theory, yes. There are a few landing spots along the peninsula, but they are nothing more than a sliver in comparison to the entire continent's mass. The treaty also stated that no one single country could claim ownership of Antarctica. It is divided into 7 countries, each of which owns a portion of it. So, we know we can't wonder about the frostbitten land of Antarctica, but why is that? First and foremost, it is for environmental protection. It makes sense to the rest of the world because southern Antarctica is teeming with biodiversity. Many endangered species, underground mountains, blood red waterfalls, and even gold-spitting volcanoes can be found here. But as much as we want to preserve our beloved environment, we also have been prohibited for our safety. Temperatures can drop to a whopping negative 130 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 90 degrees Celsius in this location. For the majority of us, protecting the environment and ourselves is the end of the story. However, a small group of people believe that something shady is going on behind that ice wall. As you can see from the satellite view on Google Maps, it is completely visible. So, if something shady was going on, it had to be well hidden. Perhaps this massive alien face-like structure is a sign of the unknown. We won't go into detail about the other theories, but they include a rumored hidden fortress used during World War II, claims that an ancient civilization once lived there, and of course, the idea that it's gateway to the end of the world because the Earth is flat. So, what would happen if we attempted to visit Antarctica? If you break the rules, expect to face fines up to $10,000 and even a year in prison for each rule you violate. There are numerous rules to follow, but the majority of them are aimed at protecting native wildlife. But there's one question that still remains. Since no one technically governs the area, who is going to punish us? It all depends on where you come from. According to the Antarctic Treaty, anyone accused of a crime in Antarctica faces punishment from their home country. But what if you're just passing through as a tourist from a country that isn't a signatory to the treaty? In that case, the host nation of the ship or plane you arrived on usually takes control, and the captain or pilot of the ship may temporarily take full control over you. Antarctica is not only a restricted landmass, but it also has one of the world's largest forbidden airspaces. Because of legislation introduced during the Reagan administration in the 1980s, no aircraft, no matter where they are, is allowed to be more than 60 minutes from an airfield in case of an emergency. Because the infrastructure around the South Pole is non-existent, we must avoid it for the sake of our safety. Of course, that rule usually only applies to commercial jets. Charter jets can still fly in and out of the research bases to transport personnel, which ranges between 3,000 and 400 in the summer and 400 in the winter. While it can get a little bleak and boring, there are still a few basic amenities available. There are a few coffee shops, a general store, a post office, and 2 ATMs at the McMurdo station. Unfortunately, some people who make it down there do not make it back. Many bodies have been discovered beneath the ice over the years, and some are never discovered at all. The number of lost explorers is thought to be in the hundreds, which is why no one is allowed to explore the Antarctic. Would you ever explore the Antarctic if given the chance? Let us know your thoughts about Antarctica in the comment section down below. So guys, that was it for the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos and never miss any amazing video from us in the future. Once again, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in our next video.